Okay, so these last two questions are about the characteristics of an absolute value function. And it just says to identify the characteristics of the graph below. And so you know that you have to have an answer for each of these or cross them out. Okay, so on the equation, that's just exactly what we just did on the other side. So let's go ahead and start with that. We're going to need our vertex and the very next time that it crosses at a corner. So to do this, your vertex is going to be down 7. So let's go ahead and put our equation here, our pieces. Let's leave a spot for our A, leave a spot for our H, and have a spot that back for our K. We had to go down 7. So I'm going to do a -7, okay? We had to go to the left 3, which is going to be a +3 because that's going to be the opposite of what you're expecting. And then you had to go from this point to this point, you had to go up to forward 1. So up to forward 1. Okay? And you could also write that was just a 2 out here. You don't have to write the divided by 1. That would also be correct. Okay? And so our end behavior, I have to remember what is an end. So an end is the arrows. So the left end is this arrow right here. So if I look at that arrow, it is going up and it is going left. Okay? So I have to look at this. Up is a y direction because y goes up and down. And up is a positive direction. These are positive numbers on the upside. To go left, that is an x direction because x goes right and left. And to go left is a negative direction. Okay? So we're going to write that x first. Now remember, x is going negative infinity, and y is going to positive infinity on the left side. Okay? On the right side over here, it is going to the right, and it is going up. To the right is an x direction, and it is positive. Up is a y direction, and it is positive. So we can say here that x is going to positive infinity, and y is going to positive infinity. Okay? So then our absolute minimum and maximum, well, this one here, we can tell you that it is a minimum because the very lowest point right here is a minimum. So we're going to cross off maximum, and we're just going to describe that point. Make sure you do it in x, comma, y format. So x is -3 and y is -7. So -3, comma, -7. Now, you have to remember which one is x and which one is y for domain and range. X is domain, range is y. Now, domain, if we look at our x's, it goes to negative infinity, or you can look here as well. It goes to negative infinity and positive infinity. So our domain is going to be from negative infinity all the way to positive infinity. All real numbers are possible for the domain. For the range, or the y, you can see that it does go to positive infinity, but it doesn't ever go to negative infinity. So we're going to go ahead and put positive infinity on the side for the larger quantity. And then for the negative side, we can see that we're talking about range, y. So we're looking for the lowest y number. Make sure you're looking at y. The lowest y number we can get to is right here at -7. Okay? It will match your y value here. Okay? So your x-intercepts is where it crosses the x-axis, which there's 2 of them. There's one here, and there's one here. All right? And so with our x-intercepts, this number, I'm going to call that -6.5, okay? I'm going to estimate it, okay? So -6.5 is the x value because it's an x-intercept. And so then the y value is 0. And I'm going to call this one 0.5, and then the y value is 0, okay? Because it's an x-intercept, it's going to go in the x value. The y value is 0. And the y-intercept, there's only one of them, and it's right here. So you can see that it is at -1 for the y value because it's a y-intercept, but the x is going to be 0.